Have you ever wondered what it is that really makes someone a great lover? Given the fact that I spend my days exploring with people and helping them understand their sexuality, and never mind the experiences that have gone on in my personal life, I'm here to tell you that one of the number one things that you can do to be an amazing lover is let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism keeps us performing. It's a layer of like, okay, this is the right way for me to show up and pretend to be sexy or to be this, that, or the other. Different than role playing, different than getting creative and into different energetic expressions in your sexuality. But if you are showing up with a pretty like tightly held idea about the way that sex is supposed to happen, and now I do this and then I do that, kind of a paint by numbers deal, I assure you that you are missing out on so much of the spontaneity, the creativity, and the real intimacy that can show up when we let go of an idea that there is a right or a wrong way to be in our sexuality. And we embrace the at times silly, messy, weird, wild wonderfulness that sex can be. Sex is, and our intimate lives in general are, an opportunity for so much creativity and experimentation. And I don't know about you, but as an adult, I am often on the lookout for more ways to be playful, for more silliness in my life, letting go of the stresses of daily decision making and the tasks and the to do list. And so, if we're bringing that energy of sex has to be done this way into our intimate connections, we're really undermining our opportunity to be in that creative flow. So, permission to not have sex perfectly, because there is no such thing. What there is the opportunity for you to be really curious about and devote yourself to understanding what makes for a satisfying experience for me, to bring that same curiosity to whoever else you're connecting with. And then this is where the creativity really comes in, and some degree of experimenting to figure it out along the way. How can we take the best of what we each already know would feel fun to us and then be in an emergent process with it? When I'm with a new lover or with someone that I have an established partnership with, there might be times when we have a really clear sense of the way we want something to go, things that we know have worked for us in the past, or things that we have newly discussed wanting to do with each other, for each other, so on and so forth. But generally speaking, that is like a loose outline, if you will. And then the goodness is what arises that we couldn't have even imagined, that we couldn't have planned for. The moments when a really passionate sexual encounter all of a sudden erupts into fits of laughter, the moments when we allow ourselves to get really soft and rest and just be in the savoring of all the deliciousness that we've curated after a really intense, passionate, more friction oriented exchange. You can't necessarily script these things. So let go of the idea that there is a way to do sex perfectly, and instead show up for what feels good to you. On that note, feels good. Many of us get stuck in our heads about what things look like. We have a very body image conscious dominant culture, a lot of shaming of certain shapes and sizes, sounds, smells, all of these things. I really, really want you to know it's normal that your body makes sounds and has smells, and all bodies of different sizes, shapes, abilities, so on and so forth, are worthy of and capable of pleasure. And so, if pleasure is the measure of a satisfying experience, I'm not saying orgasm, I'm not saying anything that is more goal oriented. Pleasure is nice and broad. There's so many ways to access it. So if you are more focused on how can this be as pleasurable as possible, instead of pointing yourself toward a particular outcome and being disappointed if you don't get there, that too is going to open up the space for so much more enjoyment, so much more creativity. And who wouldn't want that in their sex lives? If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear a little bit about it, and make sure that you're subscribed here and tune in for more. I'm Darshana Avila, your guide to all things erotic wholeness. And it is always a pleasure for me to be here sharing with you. I'll see you soon.